Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Take Two Radio Soaps and Review. Pam, your host, and I can't believe we're on episode 36. So joining me today as my co-host is David, Casey, Carolyn. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Can you believe it's episode 36 for this show already?
Wow.
I can't believe it. It's been a year, you know.
Has it been a year?
No, it hasn't. No, wait. No, not quite. It's been I was just reading on my Facebook, and it came up that this was an anniversary. You know how you get Facebook memories? And
yeah.
I got a Facebook memory from last year this time, so.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember the exact date we started the show. Isn't that horrible?
Oh, geez.
I mean, this particular one of Take Two Radio, November will be 5 years. I know that. So.
Yes.
But, time sure does fly. And we've had some great guests on the show, including tonight. We're so super excited to have actress and producer Sonya Eddy with us. Her roles include guest starring on Fresh Off the Boat, which I love that show, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Castle, Mom, and many more. Most of you may know Sonya from her recurring role as Epiphany Johnson on General Hospital, whom we love and adore. And she's worked opposite some pretty good-looking men, too, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amen to that.
So we'll talk to her about that and much, much more. So you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
all ready.
We're just waiting for her to call in. But we didn't get to see the Nurses' Ball today in Chicago. Why?
Oh, it was so
good. Why
good.
is that?
They put stinking baseball on.
Really?
Yeah. What's up with that?
Well, it was a good finale.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I get to watch it at, I think it's 1:32 in the morning or something like that. It'll be on.
Oh.
Yeah. Mhm. But I'm not sure. I think I'll check with the app that they have for ABC. A lot of times it'll come on, there before the 1:30 in the morning thing, but I'll check it and see. If not, I'm usually awake at that time anyhow, so. But,
well, I'll send you a link after the show. I'm sure I can find one that's commercial-free.
Oh, okay. That would be even better, because that's usually what I do when I watch it. When I DVR it, I fast-forward through the commercial, so get to all the good stuff.
I think I stayed for the Burt's Bees one just because I had no idea what it was. So I was like, you know what, I'm sure they'll play an advertisement soon. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, isn't that lip stuff, Burt's Bees?
Mm-hmm. It's like organic lipstick.
Yeah,
the organic lipstick and makeup.
Well, how many will you be buying now, David, that you've seen that?
Not many. Carolyn, how many do you want?
Well, you got to find your shade.
All of them. All of them. All there.
Well, our guest is with us, so we better get to her.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sonya Eddy. We love you.
I was listening in on that. That was kind of funny. How many pep sticks are you going to get, man?
Yeah. Well, I know they make that Burt's Bees stuff, just like a lip balm. So David could use that, if anything.
Well, they make lip balm,
they
make body lotion, they make all sorts of stuff.
Right, exactly. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I was just finished watching the final Nurses' Ball,
Oh, gosh, it made me cry.
Yeah.
You know, I was just telling them in Chicago they had the nerve to put baseball on, so I don't get to see the final until 1:30 in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's not fair, I tell you.
Oh, boy.
Don't yes, and shivers down my spine.
oh, honey, thank you. Thank you. You know, I was very excited to see that I got to sing that song. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to see it now. I cry when you sing.
Oh, stop.
I do, too.
I do.
Honest to God, I do.
I try to stay in tune.
No, not only that, because you have such a beautiful voice. Yeah.
When they did Sabrina's funeral, I was falling apart.
Say again, I didn't hear you.
When you sang at Sabrina's funeral on the show, I was just falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was you know, especially difficult for me because I
miss that actress.
Yeah, I really enjoy working with Teresa, and I didn't know that, you know, she was on her way bye-bye, and I was just, you know, I came back and was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of a shock.
I think it shocked all of us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it did.
So that was horrible. There's like, you know, so many people that leave the show, like with Jane Elliott. I was a total mess on the day that they showed her episode, you know, and her saying goodbye and everything. Oh, my God. And David knows I don't blubber very often.
Yeah, I'm the one who blubbers all the time. So.
Yeah.
Well,
how was the cast? Did you get to say goodbye to her?
No, I was working on something else, so I wasn't able to go to her farewell.
Oh.
Which kind of bumped me out. I was like, man, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure that I'll see her around, even if she's not, you know, coming into work. She's probably got to come by and say hello to some of us every once in a while.
Yeah,
I would hope.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
You know, fingers crossed. It'd be nice to see her. I dig James. James funny.
Well, I do wish her well. I know, you know, she's worked a lot of years in the industry, and especially on General Hospital, and it is her time to, you know, do something that she wants to do that she hasn't been able to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you do one thing for so long, I'm not talking about a character. I'm just talking about acting.
Right.
You know, it's just like any other job. You're like, you know what? I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. She was with the soap genre for 51 years.
That's a long time, man. Yeah, that's
wow.
longer than I've been on the planet. That's a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and to be doing that for that long, without any huge break, she's done a miracle with her career, and you know, so I totally understand her wanting to, you know, take a break from the early mornings and late nights and 12-hour days, and memorizing and dumping and memorizing. I mean, it's not as easy as you think it is.
Right. Well, how long have you been acting? When did you start exactly?
Ooh, geez. Let's see here. I started acting when I was 22 or 23. So I've been in L.A. I just figured this out. I've been in L.A. something like 23 or 24 years.
Oh, my goodness.
So I've been a professional actor for 23 or 24 years. Because when I came to L.A., you know, I came to L.A. to be a singer. And,
did you?
Yeah, that's why I came to Los Angeles. And musicians here, when I first came, they were incredibly flaky. So I would line up gigs and nobody would show up to play the music.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, my brain was like, ooh, I can't take this. So,
Yeah.
you know, next thing I was getting ready to pack up my stuff, and some agent comes calling me in, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try that, because I had done it in college. I thought I was going to come down here and be Cher,
Yeah.
Started out in music, and then the next thing she had an Oscar. I was like, yeah, that sounds good to me. I guess God had a different plan. He's like, yeah, no, I don't want you doing that. I want you doing this. And I'm like, okay. Because
well, at least you get to do both now. That's a good thing.
It's interesting how that worked out. Very interesting how that worked out. So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, each of the co-hosts has a couple of questions for you, so I'll go ahead and let them get started with that. And Casey's up first.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Sonya.
Hello.
So I just have 2 quick questions for you. So my first question is, you've worked on both General Hospital and its primetime SOAPnet spinoff, GH Night Shift. So what has it been like for you as an actress working in the GH family for this long?
Well, compared to others, I'm just a baby in the on the show. I've only been on the show. I was also figuring that out. I've been on the show about 11 years, and it went by so fast, and it doesn't feel like it's been 11 years. I feel like I just got there. Because, I guess it's because I really have fun. When I go to work over at DH, I have a ball. I'm enjoying myself because everybody is a lot of fun to work with. No matter who I'm in scenes with, I know I'm going to enjoy myself. And so working on both of the shows was wonderful. It almost killed me because we were rolling from GH's the big GH set to GH Night Shift. Sometimes we would shoot both shows in the same day, so that was
oh
a
my
backbreaker.
goodness.
So we would sometimes have 18, 19-hour days. It was woo. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was a wonderful, even though it was a backbreaker, it was a wonderful experience. It was probably the closest to theater that I've been since I've been in LA. The intensity.
So my second question is,
happy with me? Yeah, go ahead.
So you're one of my favorite GH characters and actresses ever, and I would definitely love to see you more. So do you wish the writers would start moving Epiphany to kind of front burner stories?
I keep talking to Frank about this. Excuse me. And I think that the thing that concerns them is that I have other shows that I do. Mm-hmm. So, it sometimes can get difficult to mesh the scheduling. And so I'm starting to understand, as frustrating as it may be for me, it's probably frustrating for them as well. Because there are probably things and times that they want to use me that I'm just not available. And, now that I've started producing, it's made that even more difficult. My time is very finite. And, if you don't hit those windows that I'm available, it's like I got to catch you next month,
So it's your fault that we don't get more Epiphany.
I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's a combination of the two because when their storylines actually start moving to the hospital, I'm off doing something else because I'm not going to sit around and wait for you.
Right,
either.
right.
You know what I'm saying? No offense, but
right.
Yeah, you got to make a paycheck, girl.
There's this wonderful thing called rent that people like to charge you.
Yeah.
And they just, I can tell them how beautiful and cute my dogs are, and they're like, yeah, y'all gonna be living in a tree together. So, I have to get out here and work, man. So, I think it's just a combination of the two. After sitting down and talking with Frank and trying to understand how come, we've been kind of missing each other. That's really what it comes down to. The scheduling. I'm busy, and I can't. This is it is what it is.
Right, right. And General Hospital has such a huge cast,
that
too is part of it.
Yeah, because they have to cycle through everybody,
Right. Right. And, some people may complain about that, but I actually love it because I love to be able to see a little bit of everyone, at different times. And, you can't put the whole cast on one show except when you're doing
no.
Well, and,
y'all be so confused.
Gene and Shelley like to do umbrella stories. And if you don't have a big cast, you can't do these amazing umbrella stories.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
See, Casey, we need to educate some of the fans. They don't understand that.
Amen to that, sister.
Yes, and I will double it from that, yeah.
That's what the show is for.
Okay?
Right. Well, thank you, Casey, for your questions. Next up will be Carolyn.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Sonya. How are you?
I'm doing good, girl. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You're such an accomplished woman. My goodness, very nice meeting you.
Oh, well, thank you, and likewise.
Okay. Before General Hospital, you did a number of live theater productions.
Mm-hmm.
One of which was by the famous actress Ruby Dee.
Yes.
Zora.
Yes.
Zora. Yes. Zora is my name.
Yep, that was my very first play.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to work with her?
Ruby Dee is the reason why I went into acting.
Really? Oh, my goodness.
She came because that was a production we did while I was attending UC Davis, and it was the West Coast premiere of her show. And she came to the premiere, and a few of us from the cast got to spend a lunchtime with her. And I was one of the lucky ones. I was one of the lucky ones that got picked. So when I went to go have lunch with her, she pulled me aside and told me essentially, "Girl, you got a gift, and you need to go ahead and accept it and go do it." Is basically what she said to me. And I ignored her. Silly Sonya. Because I was determined to be an attorney, okay? And things just kept happening that were pushing me into being an actor. So, she saw something that I didn't even see. I was
really
at it as something fun to do. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She saw something I had no idea. I had no intention of being an actor. Never dreamt of it.
Well, I was going to also ask, how did it prepare you to be on a soap?
Nothing, girl. You know what I've discovered? Nothing can prepare you for being on a soap opera, but being on the soap opera. Because a soap moves so fast, and it's a particular kind of acting. It's a different way of learning. You don't have the luxury like you do on any other genre. You have to get in, get it down, get out. You know what I mean? So that's why I think that soap actors work the hardest. We're giving you a full, rounded out performance that would usually take somebody else, a week to get. We have to do it in a day. So,
right, exactly.
It's a major learning. You'll learn a lot about your craft. You will learn how to, prune away the stuff that you don't need, so that you can get right down to it. And on top of that, because you're working so hard, I think it makes you easier when you go work on other things, because you've already done the hard stuff. Anything else after being on a soap is a vacation.
Exactly, and a lot of actors don't realize that.
No. When they come in, the few people that I've been around who were not soap opera actors, but who came to be on a soap, they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
They were shell-shocked. It was like, yeah.
Did you have to try to catch some of them running out the door? Like, oh, no.
I think I might have seen a spark of fear in Billy D's eye.
Yeah.
Well, she must have saw something in you.
You know, so she really did. So anyway, that's my answer to that question, as long as and convoluted as it was.
Well, she obviously saw your strength for sure.
I guess so. You know, it's interesting when people see you in a way that you don't see yourself.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know, and depending on how hard-headed you are, I'm a very stubborn person, so it took me a long time to accept it.
Are you an Aries by
weird,
chance?
You know. I'm sorry?
I said, are you an Aries by chance?
No, I'm a Gemini girl. I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm a weird one. I'm not as bananas as a lot of my kids can be.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, because I know a few Gemini, so.
Well, I'm going to say they're probably made Gemini. Sorry, Kelly Monaco. They're a little special. I'm thinking something happens to them in the May.
Yeah.
It's summer and spring or something happens to them.
Yeah.
I'm a June Gemini. I'm stable.
Yeah.
The fire sign.
Gosh.
Yeah. If you believe that, I got a bridge I want to sell you. Anyway.
Right. Okay. Well, Carolyn, you had another question for her.
Sonya, how did you get into your jewelry and fragrance line? I saw that one of your necklaces was worn by Haley Aaron on yes, the final show with Jane Elliott.
I started a production company with a friend of mine 2 years ago now. We were just looking at that, and while we were doing looking into films and stuff, he came over to the house and had him go to my bedroom to get something for me. And I heard him go, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What's whoa? Your perfume! That's ridiculous. What's wrong with it?" And he said, "It looks like a damn pure perfume counter at Saks Fifth Avenue."
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I might want to smell like one thing in the morning and something else
right.
at 12 o'clock. You'll never
right.
know.
The twin. Yeah, the twin.
So, I'm never of one single mind about anything. So, yes, I will admit, I will cop to it. My perfume does look like a perfume counter at Saks. And that's where it started. And then he turned and he saw my jewelry and he's like, "Whoa!"
Ouch.
Because I have several different things because, again, I never know how I'm going to feel.
Right.
And I like to have the opportunity. I'm that weirdo that will change clothes in the middle of the day, okay? Because I don't feel like that outfit anymore. It's not fit for personality. That's where my Gemini comes in. I
was just going to say, definitely.
Change.
Now you're showing your true colors.
There you go. And they are mighty and vibrant.
When's the lipstick coming?
I don't know if we're gonna do lipstick. We're discussing having makeup because we are more of a lifestyle brand. That's moving into skincare and face stuff and I don't know if we want to do that because it's not for us. It's not as personal as designing jewelry or designing a perfume for you to wear. And I want you guys to feel like you're carrying around a little bit of us.
Well, good point. Good point. Yeah.
And I don't think for me, the face stuff, taking care of your that's nice and all, but it's not as personal. When Tyler is designing jewelry, he's thinking about who might want to wear it. And he's also thinking about aspects of our personalities. He's putting that into. You know, when he's designing the perfume, he's putting us into it. When anything gets designed, like the T-shirt that we have, that is my car. That's my car that he drove. He drew on the T-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a Mustang convertible. That's my car.
Oh, so it is more personal. Oh, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we like being able to put little bits of ourselves into stuff, and you can't really do that when you're talking about face cream.
Right.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You know, or jewelry or clothing or accessories, you can. When you guys are burning that using that candle, you are burning something that I actually use in my own home. You know, it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. And the jewelry line is beautiful. The jewelry line is beautiful, and the price points are excellent. Yeah, excellent. Oh, well, thank you. Pass that around.
Yeah. Well, for our listeners, you can check out eddyford.us.
Yeah. And we're getting ready to drop some new stuff next month, so I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised.
I think I saw you put something on Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah.
About a week ago? Yeah.
Tyler and I have the same kind of personality. We like to tease you.
Oh.
Yes,
coming in June. I think I saw it coming in June.
Coming next month. Okay, so I think that you guys are going to, because some folks have asked for these things that we're getting ready to drop, and I can't wait to see the reaction.
Oh. That'll be great. We're looking forward to it.
Me. Y'all better don't disappoint me. You better buy.
Keep the teasers coming. Keep the teasers coming.
Okay. So, and there probably will be some new jewelry in July or August. So, you know, because we like to change it up. We're not a mass producer because, again, it's all handmade.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when we say it's sold out, that's what we mean. You will never find that again. And there will probably be...
that makes it extra special, too, for the people that buy it.
Exactly. So that means that there's probably 6 other people out there that have what you have.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
You know, so that's because because I have that Gemini thing, I like to be an individual.
Right.
And I like that exclusivity. And, you know, that's something that I think folks weren't quite grasping about our line is that it's not mass-produced. You will not find us in a Macy's. You will never find us in a Bloomingdale's. We don't like that. You know, being one of a million. You know what I mean? We'd like to be one in a million.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a great tagline. Tagline.
We're one in a million, not one of a million. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, for your questions. And next up will be David.
All right, David.
Hi, Miss Sonya.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You have worked with a couple of Academy Award-winning actors, Billy Bob Thornton in Bad News Bears, and Samuel L. Jackson and Coach Carter. What did you learn from working with them personally? As an actor?
Let's see. Billy Bob. You know, Billy Bob is just relaxed, or at least he seems that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't really. He's not the kind of actor that really gets wound up about anything. At least I did not see it on set. And then he's also got a very strange, charisma to him. He's sexy as hell. The man is sexy, and you're like, "This is Billy Bob," but you're going, "Yeah, that's Billy Bob." It's bizarre in its own way. You know, it's not someone that you would immediately think Billy Bob Thornton equals sexy, but when you meet the man in person, he's sexy. And when I worked with Sam Jackson, look, Sam's just a lot of fun. Sam is intense. Sam comes in, he's got his act down, and he does his thing. And Sam will run you over like a Mack truck if you don't bring it. That's too bad. That's too bad. If you're going to work with Sam Jackson, you better know your shit. He's going to leave you in the dust if you don't. He will incinerate you. It's very much like working with Sam Jackson is a lot like working with Maurice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a lot like working with Maurice. And Nicolas Cage, he's very much an improv kind of guy. He likes to go off script a lot, and it was a lot of fun. When I did Matchstick Men with him, he had just been nominated for an Oscar for, I think it was what was that Vegas movie that he did? And Ridley Scott was directing it. So I'm being directed by an Oscar winner, and I'm acting against it. It's like, seriously, I have died and gone to heaven. It's amazing.
Right.
So I can't tell you what that experience was like because I was on cloud 9, so I wasn't really there in my body.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, really? Oh. Yeah.
Well, before I let David get to his next question, that was like one of the things I was going to ask you is if you've been starstruck by anybody, and I guess you pretty much just answered that.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm human just like anybody. My first day on GH, I think I scared the living daylights out of Leslie and Stewart. So, because I come on set and I'm looking at them and I'm like, these are the Quartermains. Seriously? Because I grew up. I'm a child of the '80s, so I grew up watching them. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And, so there was not a weekday afternoon that I wasn't sitting next to my mom watching GH.
Right.
I would hurry up home from school. That was the best way to get me home. So now I'm on the set with them, 30 years later, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? And so when I looked at Stewart, I remember saying to myself, and I keep repeating this story, but this is because it's true. I remember saying to myself, that is Prince Charming.
Right?
That's Prince Charming. And I looked at Leslie, and I was like, that's Monica Quartermain. You were standing here with Prince Charming and Monica Quartermain.
Yeah.
It's like my brain shorted out for a second, and I said, the director, it was Bill at the time. Bill, I said to them, you know what? I need just a second because they're talking, and it's all sounding like Charlie Brown. Womp, womp, womp. Because I was out of my head. I was like, whoa. So I went around the corner. I said, I'll be right back. I went around the corner, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, oh, my God! And I came back, and they were standing there looking at me like, I was like, it's okay, I'm fine now. You were saying? I know there was like, this crazy fool go pull out a knife and kill everybody.
She's gonna kidnap her some Quartermains. We're gonna have to write this storyline.
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna have to.
Like, I was a mess.
We get Frank's okay for that one.
Okay, exactly. And later on that day, I'm working with Rick Springfield. Seriously, really?
Oh my
Y'all
God, yeah.
Oh God.
I could imagine.
Does that answer that question? Yes, I do get starstruck. I remember working with James Earl Jones, and I couldn't remember. They had a pool going because everybody who's worked with James, they blow their first line, and they just wanted to see how fantastically I was going to blow mine. Mm-hmm. And they call. I'm fine. I'm talking to them. It's great. they say action, and I looked at and my brain suddenly went, that's the Great White Hope. Standing right there.
Gosh.
Oh.
That's Claudine standing right there. You are standing with a legend. And I thought, you, Sonya Eddy from Concord, California, how in the hell did this happen? I don't know what kind of sound I made, but it sounded a little bit like duh. The whole set fell out. Even James Earl Jones fell out laughing. So, you know, it's been quite embarrassing, but, you know, hey, I can't help it. I'm real.
Hey, those things should have been taped and put on YouTube. I'm telling you.
Oh, for real though. Somebody it probably exists somewhere, because I probably looked like I was stoned out of my mind, because I was like, That's like when I was in New York and I saw I saw Robert De Niro.
Oh my God!
And I ran up to him. He was crossing the street in Times Square, and I ran up to him. I said, "Do you know who you are?" I said that like 3 or 4 times, and he looked at me and he started laughing. He said, "No, who am I? You're Bob De Niro." No, really? Oh, man. Oh, that was horrible.
Oh, God.
That was horrible. The whole ride, subway ride back to Brooklyn, because I was living in Brooklyn at the time. The whole subway ride back, I'm going, you did not just do that.
Yeah.
You probably will never talk to that man again, and that's how he's going to remember you, the crazy one. Just know who he is.
Oh my gosh. I know how that feels too. I mean, any of the fans that have, met the person that they love and adore watching daily or in a movie or their favorite actor or whatever. I know that there's been a couple times, like when I met this one singer that I listened to for quite a while before I met him, and at the meet and greet, and to this day I don't even know what I said to him. So I hope I made sense. Yeah.
I kind of wish that I didn't remember what I did, but I think I like it better having some kind of an idea. So at least I know I didn't, do something that was like I could be arrested for.
Right.
Because I would have to see a tape, because I don't remember anything about James Earl Jones other than when I was acting with him.
Right.
I remember the in-between times, but I don't remember anything on set. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
That's wonderful.
That is awesome.
I got a great job, and I just have to say, I love what I do. Absolutely
we love what you do, too. My gosh.
We love
and the stories.
Yes.
I mean, thank you for the compliment, but that wasn't a lead-in, but thank you for picking up on that.
No, it's the truth.
No,
it's the truth.
That's the truth.
No goading from us, let me tell you.
Oh, boy. I appreciate it, you guys. I really do. Part of it also, which is fun for me, is to have people, have the work actually affect them, and be able to touch you. So that's a wonderful thing too.
Right, exactly.
If you can make someone forget what they might be going through for a little while, I think that's a great job. That's a wonderful thing to be able to give somebody, a couple of hours of respite, away from the world.
Mm-hmm. Right, and and that's why soap operas make such a big impact on fans, because that is our getaway into another world. And that's why you guys become family to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I get it, because like I said, I'm one of y'all. I'm a soap opera fan too. So I remember watching End of Night and Search for Tomorrow with my mom.
That's pretty much how we all get started, from a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or somebody.
Exactly. When my grandmother would visit, all three of us be sitting in front of the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Glued. You mess with that TV, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get hurt. It ain't going to be pretty. I
I know when my youngest son will walk in front of the TV or start talking to me when I'm watching, I just give him that look, and he knows, you know.
It's like, did I just feel my skin fall off?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to stand in front of the TV like that.
It's always had a good part, you know.
Yeah.
I remember when my sisters were fighting and my mom was trying to watch One Life to Live. And she paused that television. Oh, my gosh. I thought I would never see my sisters again.
Yeah, right.
They better be glad that Mama had a pause button, okay?
Right? Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we didn't have that.
We didn't have no damn pause button.
I think she did say, you're lucky
DVR.
we have this pause button now.
DVR, VCR, we didn't have none of that. TiVo,
nope.
None of that.
Nope. If you didn't catch it when it was on, you were SOL.
There you go, baby. SOL, and awfully pissed.
Definitely.
Oh, I remember when my mom was so angry back in 1981 when she only caught half of Luke and Laura's wedding.
Oh, no. I remember I didn't go to school.
To this day, she still talks about it.
Yeah, because, everybody else saw the whole thing, so Neener.
Yeah.
Neener. I mean, think about it. I think the only wedding that rivaled Luke and Laura was Princess Diana. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on now.
Yep.
Nobody else getting that kind of press.
No. And they still talk about it now.
To this day. They're not even together anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. I think I just saw something in one of the soap magazines. They were talking about the best soap weddings of all time, and it was like number one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's in our radio and TV textbook at my school. There's a class called Radio and TV, and it's in our textbook.
Okay, see? When you make that that's a cultural impact,
Mhm.
Nobody can ever take that away from you. I mean, if
Amen
nothing
to
else, we were there, that means you have saturated the culture, right?
Right, definitely. David had a second question for you, so let him slip that in.
Oh,
that's okay.
Gee, I had so much fun, I even forgot I had another one. Let's see. Okay. Sonya, I see that one of your talents is in voiceover artistry. That's how I like to call it. So how did you get the call for a video game?
Oh, let's see here. That one was a friend of mine had his own voiceover studio. And I went because I was, interested in voiceover and had no idea, how to do it. So I went to this clinic that he had. And in the clinic, you got to tape yourself doing a couple of different things. Now, I'm not really good at making different kinds of voices. I'm more of an attitudinal chick. So I threw down a couple of different attitudes. And he took those tapes from the class and played them for a video game casting director, and she picked out my voice, and I got to do, what's that game? The shooting game.
Yeah. One of 90,000.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah. My brain just died. Oh, I hate when I do this. I have so many things on my resume, I don't even remember what the hell I've done.
I know.
But y'all can look it up. It was one of them shooting games. Anywho. Saint Row or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Anywho.
I'm not a gamer, so I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, see, that we got that. And if it's not Angry Birds, I don't know what the hell it is. So.
Here we go. Guild Wars 2, right? Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, and I did. That was a lot of fun because I got to play an alien. I got to play the alien. And I got to growl at people. It was wonderful. I had so much fun with that one. I was upset when that one went away. It's like, seriously?
Let's hear the growl.
It was better than that.
You sound just like the aliens on abducted Talon on the podium.
Yes.
Maybe I might have borrowed a little bit from that, you know
right?
I don't think they got a patent on that, okay? Let's move on.
Well, I think maybe it's time you make your own game and do all the voices, and there you go. You can put your growl back in there and everything else that you want to get out.
Y'all want an awful lot out of a sister. You want me to make my own game. Y'all want me to put out a CD.
And a nap.
Yeah.
We want a nap.
It's like, okay, yeah, I need.
We want it all, and we want it now. You know that
this is
you know that society we live in. We want things now.
Now.
You know what? We can make a sing-along game to the nurses' ball and have all the songs there.
Now you're coming up with this. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. That could possibly happen, and then I don't know if I have room on my schedule for one more thing right now.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you are definitely a working actress. I mean, I've seen so many shows that you've been on, and I just absolutely love every single thing you do. And I do have to say that my favorite is comedy, okay, because with the world that we live in, again, you know, you want to escape reality. So to me, that is laughter, and I go to comedy. What's your favorite genre to play?
Oh, geez. You know, I like them all differently. Again, you're asking someone who likes variety. I like drama because it throws me back to my Shakespeare days when I was when I was training in Shakespeare when I was in college. So I love that. I love being able to do that aspect of the genre. And then I love comedy because I like to laugh. You're talking to someone who never knew. I didn't know I was funny till I came to L.A.
Oh, you're funny.
No idea. I came to L.A. with my Shakespeare on my shoulder, and I'm like, I'm going to be one of the best dramatic actresses they've ever seen. I'm an actor. And, honey, they were like, no, you're funny. I'm like, what? Funny?
How dare you call me funny, right?
Yes, how dare thou? I am an actress. I'm serious. You not see Shakespeare on my resume? So, they're like, yeah, you funny. I'm like, oh, man. That's not the this right. Something wrong. So I did not know that I was funny until I came here and I started, booking a lot of comedy. So because I like to laugh and I like to make people laugh, I like comedy for that. And I think if I could get a dramedy, I'd be happy as hell. Because it's splitting it right in between the two, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
that would be perfect. I mean, and to me, Fresh Off the Boat, which you've been on recently, is kind of like a dramedy. I mean, they do have some serious parts and stuff. So, I mean, would you love to work on that one full time or more often?
I love that cast. I haven't had a chance to work with the kids. I do see them, on the set, but I haven't had a chance to work with any of them. And I think that would be a whole lot of fun. I would like to be on a show like that. Ooh, is that me? No, that's okay.
No, that was mine. Sorry, I thought I had the sound off. How dare they call me? I'm talking to Sonya Eddy.
How dare you?
Preach, girl.
I'm telling you, that's like that standing in front of the TV thing.
Okay. Somebody's getting paid that.
I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, if I could do a dramedy, that'd be great. And if I could do something like Fresh Off the Boat, that'd be awesome. We'll see. We're developing quite a few things, so let's see if I might, me and my partner might be able to pull it off, me and Tyler.
Yeah, with your production company, get that going.
That'd
get
be
your own series. Wait. Before I say get your own series going, do not leave GH. Okay?
No,
because then we're going to hunt you down, okay?
I will start petition after petition. Don't you think about it.
In case he can do it.
You know what? I have to say, I was just talking to Tyler about this the other day. If he asked me, would you leave General Hospital if you had another gig? And I said, you know what? If there was a way for me to do both of them, that's what I would do. Because I love playing so much. Because I love working on GH so much. I would be there. I'll be there as long as they're there. As long as they want me. I'll be there.
Right.
Well, I don't think I could
man.
watch the show without an Epiphany Johnson.
I know.
Oh, well.
I mean, it's called General Hospital, and you're the biggest part of the hospital. As far as the nurses and that are concerned, you're the head chief. So, and you keep those people in line, and you're there for them when they have problems, and you kick them in the butt when they're not getting out of themselves. And no, we need you.
Not afraid to speak for the audience.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why. Well, that's the central reason why I love Epiphany, because not only is she's not she's a taskmaster to a certain degree, but everything she's doing it because she loves the people.
Right.
She
Exactly.
really cares deeply about them. She wants success for them. So I she's complex in that way, and that's a lot of fun to play. And then she's funny sometimes, So hey.
Right. Yeah,
there we
definitely.
go. My comedy right there.
That's it. Now, I know we've kept you longer than we said we were going to, but I got a couple more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Do you have the time?
No, I'm hanging up. Damn it, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, God. All right. Gosh darn it, I'm calling you right back.
Hold on, Pam, I ain't finished with you. Damn it, I knew I should have used the killer phone.
You have a part in a movie called Stronger Than Pretty. Are you able to talk about the movie yet, or your part?
No, I cannot. They
okay,
I mean,
so see, that takes care of that. Now,
yeah. I mean, I could, but then they'd have to shoot me, and I
right,
like
exactly.
Yeah, but it's going to be what I can say, it will be it's a project that I think people, especially women, will love to see when it hits the theaters. Everyone should go see this movie.
Yeah, I read the little thing that they wrote up about it, and it sounds amazing. So it's definitely something I'd watch.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. So I think that there's a lot that you're going to learn from it about overcoming bad situations.
Right. Yeah, and if anybody's wondering what she's talking about, just go read it on her IMDb.
Yeah. I know
now,
y'all
the last question.
Computers get up and jump. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying that I know you guys know how to get things out of computers that most of us can't. So go ahead.
Oh,
go
right.
find it. I'm still trying.
I'm pretty good at research these days, so.
Yeah. I'm scared of technology. I'm a technophobe. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I just don't want to learn one more dang on thing. That's what it is. Go ahead.
And I love it so. But the last question for you is, if someone wrote a movie or a book about your life, what would it be called and why?
Wow. Okay. I don't think I'm interesting enough for a movie, but if you wrote a book, I thought about this. The book would be called The Rules and How to Break Them.
Perfect.
Everything that I have done in my life has been, I like to follow the rules, but I like to learn the rules so then I can break them.
Right?
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
I know what the rules are, but I'm going to, now that I've learned them, I'm going to break it. Everything that
you would
have
have made a good lawyer. You would have made a good lawyer.
Well, there you go, honey, because that's what I wanted to be. You know, I'm going to litigate my butt off. But and it's funny because I'm somebody, I don't like to argue, but I would have loved being paid to argue. It would have been strange. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you are on a show.
Yeah, there you go. So, stop it. I think that that's what they would call it, and it would be about unexpected blessings.
Oh,
I think that's what that's my life has also been a whole series of unexpected blessings. I wind up in places that I have no business being, and then getting something life-changing, not just positive, but life-changing out of it.
Mhm.
So
yeah, and I would read that book from cover to cover. So I think either you should write it or somebody else should write it. So that's another thing. That's another thing I want now.
Give me another 10, 15 years. I have something to put in it.
You'd have to share all your stories too, like the ones you've been telling us, because people would not be able to put that book down.
Girl, I'm just picturing a whole bunch of folks rolling their eyeballs back in the head, going, "Yeah, right." That didn't happen. Yeah, I'm right. Because that's the kind of stuff that happens to me. Looking at me like, "Yeah, I'm right." Go dream again. Stop smoking that shit. Yeah.
I would believe every single word you put in there. So, and I'm sure there's many others.
Well,
I mean, because you can't make that stuff up, as they say.
That's what they say. Yeah, but they only said that back in the day. Nowadays, I don't know.
That's true too, but.
If you're of a certain generation, that was true. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Because these kids do some things that make me scratch my head. It's like, what? But anyway, before I start sounding like my mother, these kids today. Isn't that horrifying when you hear yourself saying that? It's like, oh, when did I get old?
Yeah, I know. You swear when you're a kid that you'll never say what your parents said, and then you're walking around saying it daily after that. I mean, come on.
Daily. It's like, oh my God, it makes you want to run home and wash out your own mouth with soap. It's just
like, no. Exactly.
I love my mom, but I don't like her.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll let you go. I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us, but also the extra time that we've kept you here, and I hope we didn't keep you from anything.
No, just my lunch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please. I think I can stand to wait a little bit. It's not gonna kill me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but we want to thank you again, and please come back again.
I hope to, and thank you for having me. And I hope to talk to you guys. Some new stuff going on.
Definitely. When you have more projects coming up, please give us a shout out, and we'll have you back on.
All right, girl. Remember, you said that now.
I will. Believe me, it took girl. It took me years to get you on this show. You think I'm going to let you go that easy?
I'm sorry, Pam. I'm sorry. It did. I have to say, I did you wrong. But you were persistent as hell. See, it paid off.
Well, that's where the Aries comes in, because we're not just stubborn, okay?
Okay.
We're persistent.
Sure.
We're going to get you one way or another.
Yeah, I know how y'all work. I've known a few Aries. I know how y'all work. God help us.
Yes. Well, you enjoy your lunch, and you have a great evening, okay?
Okay, you too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Keep those tweets coming.
I seriously did not. I mean, I looked at the time, and I was like, oh, my gosh. But she was telling so many great stories. I mean,
yes.
All
you
we
can't
did was
you can't interrupt that.
No. I could have listened to her tell these stories all night long. I mean, come on. These were fantastic.
I think we had a better party than the nurses' ball.
Oh, my gosh. I just love her. I love her.
I love her, yeah.
I mean,
she's great.
That's one of the best things about starting this radio show, is to be able to speak with these actors and actresses that we would not normally get to talk to unless we had, gone on somebody else's show and maybe they pick up our call, or you go to one of their, fan club thingies that cost an arm and a leg that you don't always have the money for,
right.
Or you don't have the time or something like that, So, oh my gosh, we are blessed.
Why you and I do this.
We are blessed. So.
And you really get to know the person personally. She's a dynamo.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And Carolyn, I have to say, I mean, you've impressed me so much with some of the guests that we've had that you don't normally watch, and the research that you do and the questions that you come up with, they blow me away. I mean, you are just awesome at what you do as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I have to second that, Carolyn.
Yeah, I love Carolyn's questions.
Well,
I like all your guys' questions. Don't get me wrong, but come on, Casey and David, you watch all the soaps like I do. So, but Carolyn doesn't. So when I'm telling her we're getting a guest, and I know she don't watch that soap. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, like I said to you the other day, you're making me work, Pam. But I'm getting to know these actors and actresses, and maybe it's because I've been a hairstylist for 54 years now, and just people like to talk about themselves, and and you ask the right questions, and they're right there, which is great. That's the only thing I can attribute it to, and I have been doing some research, but it's been fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and you don't really even have to do like tons and tons of research to be able to discover who somebody is and what they do, and but what your one question about the jewelry, about Haley, was it Haley that you said was wearing it?
Haley Aaron.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. So how did you discover that?
I think it was when I found out that she had the jewelry line, and then they just had a little blurb about the jewelry line, and I looked at the pictures of it, and it's very, very pretty, and the price point is good, and it's even better that she says that she's not going to mass produce them. I think that's quite clever. That's quite clever.
Right. Well, I myself, when I shop for things too, I don't always like to have one of a million of them either. I rather have something unique.
Right.
So I've purchased, quite a few things that have been unique, and I know there's only one of, maybe 500 or something, and now she was saying, well, maybe only 6 of them have been made, so that's even more unique.
That's even better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and, jewelry gets so repetitive, and I've seen Sonya's line, and she thinks outside the box, and it's just such a treat for everybody that her company is not mass-produced.
Right, exactly. And you know what? I was looking at her, because I love perfume, too. And there's one on there that says Meet Tuberose. That one sounds like it smells really good, so I'm going to have to check that out. That's like one of my favorites, the flowery scents. So I'll have to check that out. And everybody else, whoever's listening, eddyford.us, and that's EDDY, like Sonia's last name. So be sure to check that out. So, guys, we have, about an hour or so left. I'm going to let you go because I've got, unfortunately, kids to get ready for school and bed and whatever.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, since my life has, really changed. But it was a lot of fun, and thanks, guys, for the great questions and everything that you did for the show and with Sonya. And we'll chat again soon. And for our listeners, don't forget, our next show will be June 8th, and that's when we will have Jessica Morris on. That's her rescheduled. That's her rescheduled date.
Okay.
I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah.
Casey, were you able to watch Ladies of the Lake?
I was, and I talked to Michael Caruso about it, and we chat about it once in a while, and it's just, God, it blew me away. What a great show. And for the life of me, I don't know why it wasn't on network television.
Right?
I wish
know. A lot of things Michael Caruso does should be on TV, for that matter.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like, a network should pick him up for pilot season. The CW is into the sexy young stuff that he does.
Right.
For the life of me, I don't know why this guy doesn't have a show on TV.
I agree with you 1,000%. And we're not going to ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, but there's only 4 episodes on Amazon Prime Video. So if you do have access to it, and I think they might have a free trial. I'm not sure. Do they have a free trial on Prime?
I think there is a
30-day free trial.
Okay, well, sign up for it, and then if you want to cancel it after that, at least do the free trial to watch Ladies of the Lake. And also Tainted Dreams is on there, too, which has Alicia Minshew and Michael Lowry, and there's like a ton of actors. Bobby Eakes,
Kelly Minogue,
oh my gosh,
Austin
Peck, Hensley. What's her first name? Barbara? Kelly Hensley. Larkin Malloy was on that. So
Grant
Alexander, yeah. There's like a ton of soap people, and it's a soap within a soap, so you have to watch that too.
And those are all that show's so fun.
Yeah, definitely. So get on there and watch while you can, and if you're loving it like we do, then sign up for Prime. It's well worth it, not just for, of course, watching the shows that we love, but also you get second day free air. If you're a person like me that orders from Amazon all the time, there's tons of TV shows and movies and books, and, it's just worth the money. It really is.
Well, and, for Tainted Dreams, guess what, guys? You don't need a Prime account. That show is completely free.
That's
you literally
true.
Download
I forgot about that.
Click play.
Yes.
But, get it for Ladies of the Lake. Highly recommended.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So that was my commercial for Amazon, Ladies of the Lake and Tainted Dreams. So if you are listening, Michael Caruso and Kyle Lauder, I'm on my paycheck now.
Oh, gosh.
Just kidding. I love them that much. I would do it for free every day. So you guys have fun with the rest of the show, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Speak to you soon.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Pam.
Okay, guys. I was going to start with GH since it was our lead-in. Just a couple of things to lead in. Okay, Casey. I want you.
So,
There is this big thing going on Facebook, and I know you have a lot to say about this one because I love how you say it. So the big thing is, the Chimera Project storyline. People are upset because they think Gene and Shelley are making feel a little dumbfounded with Jason's missing 2 years.
all right, here's the thing.
And everyone says there's this one tweet I saw, because this one tweet was coming back and forth between Gene and this person, and Gene says that there was no time for Jason to be at Windermere with Helena at that time because he was in the river at Crichton Clark. So I want you to give your version.
Okay,
Where do you stand on this one?
This fan that tweeted Gene is right on the events. However, there is some time there because when Jason fell into the harbor, I think it was back in like 2012. Gosh, has it really been that long?
Yeah.
So when Jason fell into the harbor, we knew nothing.
You're right.
This character was not mentioned in the storyline again until, like 2014, so like 2 years later. So there's 2 years missing there. And this Cassadine thing could have definitely happened. It really could have, because there was so much missing out of backstory when the character of Jason came back. There was this 2-year gap before Crichton Clark was even mentioned. So from that standpoint, I don't mind that Gene and Shelley and the rest of the GH writers are putting this together because it makes sense. It really does. And I consider myself a friend of Gene, and I am loving her work, and these stories are great, and I love this Jason Cassadine story and how it folds into the Chimera story, and I love it. And honestly, fans, you got to suck it up. These are people who really are, fans of. They want to put on a good show for you guys. And, if you complain and complain and complain, then your show's going to go off the air. That's all I have to say. And I'm not saying don't complain, because sometimes things are screwed up. But this story is feasible. Jason was not mentioned for 2 years after his death. This could have certainly happened.
Oh, because that fan thinks that he went into the ocean and right to Crichton Clark.
Yeah, and there's totally time for other stuff to happen. And you know what? This job is not easy. These writers are cranking out story to fill like 260 episodes a year. So if this fan thinks that, they've messed up here, then that's one thing out of, a million other stories. So I think, this fan just wanted to complain a little bit. And honestly, I don't mind it. I think this story for Jason is, it's feasible. It definitely is.
I know they're just harping on poor Gene and Shelley and thinking, you think we're stupid? you guys think we're stupid and all that, and I do feel bad because, writing is tough, and you know exactly how it is, don't
Definitely. Yeah, and
writing is tough.
Another thing is Gene and Shelley have done something so brilliantly with General Hospital, something so different. These umbrella storylines are so creative, and, they're mentioning the vets again. Bobby Spencer was shown 3 times last week. Tell me when's the last time that happened.
I can't fathom it. I can't tell you the last time, but yeah, it's a good thing to showcase the vets.
Yeah,
that's
and
what we need.
I loved Ron Calavardi as the head writer of GH. Great man, great writer, somebody who I look up to. However, he was sometimes more about ushering the next generation of GH, and these vets
to
kind
make
of went
sure
to the back burner.
To put the vets on the back burner. You think he did that a
once
little?
in a while the vets were on the back burner, and Gene and Shelley have brought them straight to the front burner.
Now, the other one I wanted to ask you about before we go on is, since I was not watching when Alex first came on, is she in character now? Okay, so I listened to the Daytime Confidential podcast. I love that podcast. And Jamie Gibbons said it best. Because Alex was a heroine on All My Children. She was. Right. But here's the thing. It has been like 14 years since we've seen that character. And, soap characters are made to seem like they're real-life people who go on with their life. And at one point, Alex was brainwashed to kill Anna. So, one, we either say her character has changed through 14 years, or 2, we say she was brainwashed again. So, I think when it came to Alex, GH, whoever runs their social media account kind of screwed up a little. And because they said in 2004, Finola Hughes originated as the villainous Alex Merrick on All My Children. That tweet, the moment it was sent out, should have been deleted, because that's where I think fans got angry. However, it's been 14 years. I don't think Finola Hughes was been on AMC since like 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or 2005. So people change all the time. And why fans are giving General Hospital crap for this, I don't know why. But I loved it. I think Alex Anna went on the length that, was supposed to. I'm glad they didn't stretch it out. It was a nice little nod to All My Children. And now we're moving on. But otherwise, I had no problem with it. Thanks. That's good. Okay. Now, since you brought it up, I did listen to that podcast in its entirety, and what we heard on the internet is that he insinuated that someone else was leaving after Roger just was staying. Now, the big insinuation, and I got to be honest, I didn't. Everyone is thinking that's Michael Easton. I didn't get that, and I listened to it. I didn't get that from him.
I didn't get that either. And real quick, I want to say, Celebrity Dirty Laundry is not the site to go to for this story. They are saying that Michael Easton is going to Days of Our Lives. I know for a fact that at the moment this is not true. I dug around a little bit, and at the moment this is not true. With Michael Easton, I think it is certainly time for the actor to leave General Hospital. I love Michael Easton to death. I think he is one of the best actors in this genre. However, it is time to end his run at GH. Finn just hasn't caught on in the way other characters have. I get bored by his scenes, not because of Michael Easton, but because of the writing is just not there for the character. Great story ideas, it's not there. The chemistry on screen is not there with the character.
You think maybe he should be written out then? That's what you're...
I think so. And, there are just too many hiccups in the storyline. And when I tuned into GH one day and they started the Zinza and addiction storyline, honestly, I thought that came out of nowhere. And to me, it was like trying to save a character that the writers know has run its course.
Sometimes they get it right and sometimes they don't. Like, right, they're now 100%, and no one on this earth is, right?
Yep, and like I said, it's 260 original episodes a year. It's hard to come up with stuff sometimes. Trust me, I've had to do it before. But, sometimes you have to admit, hey, this character isn't working on the canvas at the moment. Let's remove them.
Yeah. Well, Casey, I think we covered the main points of GH. Carolyn, are you running? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Who of you two have been watching
We're on
Days? Who have you been watching Days?
Casey's a little behind.
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't seen anything from this week,
and
I'm not sure I
haven't seen today's yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave that to the end.
Let's go back. Where did you leave off, Casey?
Okay, so before the show happened, I did see Monday's episode. And real quick before we have to dive in, this is how bad Days is getting right now. Days has scored its lowest rating ever. From the second week of May, only 1.9 million in total viewers tuned in. This is very scary because in households, they scored 1.4. The lowest for a soap is 1.3 with Sunset Beach in its final year. So things are getting very scary for Days, and at this point I'm not sure anything can save it.
Oh, dear.
Carolyn, keep it together now.
Yeah.
I know.
Not that I'm absolutely thrilled with the storylines, and I'm so glad that they finally saved Nicole because that was dragging out way too long. When did you finish watching it?
It's so sad because I love Ari Zucker.
Yes.
But I'm done. This storyline makes me want to be done with Nicole forever.
Yes, I have to agree. Yes. The only saving grace is they brought Daniel back this week a little bit. I'm just hoping they're going to give her a good send-off because I think she's a very good actress.
Well,
that's the sad part.
Thing. I love Paul Telfer, and he is delicious and a good actor. But I didn't see the point to bring him back. And I don't know what it is with Days of Our Lives and Cages, but I have had it up to here with Cages and Days of Our Lives. I'm like, is that the only thing?
One less cage.
I'm like,
the only
saving
saving grace, they didn't keep her. Yeah, they didn't keep her in it very long. I said, "Oh, how long are they going to drag this out?" So it was only a couple of days.
Is that the cage Sean Douglas was trapped in, or is that the cage that Hope and Larry Welch were held over the vat of acid with?
Oh my God!
I don't know where Dave keeps getting these cages.
Oh, well, Gabby and Chad were reminiscing about all their great times together, and they brought up the meat locker, and I said, "Oh, which is the worst, the meat locker or the cage?"
God.
Oh
God, pick one.
Cringe.
Oh.
And this whole curse amulet storyline, I liked it at first, but now I'm like, seriously, Chad, Gabby just laid out to you all the bad things that have happened in 2 weeks, and you're like, oh no, I'm going to keep the amulet. Oh, God.
Well, he said, I think yesterday, it's worth $20 million. What do you want me to do? Throw it away?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Die?
Oh, well, it has. I want to know the direction they're going because Brady is almost on his last breath, and they need another heart.
Well, I actually, CBS Soaps and Death published an article, and they said, will Brady die on days? And they don't do that unless, like, they rarely do that unless an actor is really on their way out, and that makes me really nervous.
Really? Oh.
I just saw that
because
article
we
this
don't.
morning.
I haven't found
I've seen no mention of Eric leaving. I haven't found it, unless they don't.
I hope it's not. But you know,
Facebook,
May Sweet has really been lagging, and what if this is their big May Sweet? And I don't know. I really hope it isn't true because I love Eric and I love Brady, and
yeah.
Well, on the social medias that I'm following, they are not happy with what's going on with Brady, and they're saying that's it. If he goes, not going to watch it anymore. But I think there's a surprise coming. I was going to talk about Trip and Jane and the direction that's going, and just remind me what happened at the end today. And it's exciting, and I think that's something's going to happen, and it's going to be a surprise, and hopefully they're going to save Brady. But Trip and Jade, they have a plan. They're going to take Kayla down.
This story is actually very interesting to me. The moment, because we haven't really had anything for this actress who plays Jade to really grab onto. I believe her name is Gabrielle Hugh or Ha or something. But anyways, I believe this is going to be her first major story as Jade. And I love it. I think this is so evil, so devilish. I think it's going to lead to a great reveal that Joey was the one who killed Ava, and I can't wait for it. And I know Ron Colavardi is probably going to write the heck out of this storyline.
Well, their acting the last couple of weeks has certainly picked up. Even Joey. He's
I feel like
getting
it's
more
really
intense.
The only story I'm invested in.
Yeah. And the acting this
one
week
for Dina.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is sometimes, like I said, actors can get it right and they can get it wrong. And this may be one of the times that Dina and Ryan have done good.
Hit the mark. Even with Sierra. Oh, now they're replacing Sierra, correct?
Right.
Oh,
because today is her last.
Yes.
Today is her last day.
They are replacing her, but
I'll keep my thoughts to myself on that one.
Okay. When the acting was really great when she went at Theo. When she finally found out that he had, was basically paying, for the other boyfriend. She was very upset. Very upset.
Well,
her acting
honestly,
was very good.
With how good looking that Scott Shillstone kid is who plays Wyatt, I wouldn't mind if Mr. Theo wanted to pay somebody to be with me. I'm like, he picks the good. I was like, Sierra, calm down. He picks the good ones.
Yeah.
But I want you to. Do you remember Scott on Days Before? He was on Days Before.
Yes.
He was the age Zach Brady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
Zach.
Zach Brady.
When Hope went into that cabin to get away.
Oh, Hope in her cabins.
Yeah.
She never learned.
She come face to face with her demons and, Stefano and Bo and then Zach. But
oh gosh, how
I knew he was.
Days.
Well, he looked very familiar, and I was trying to figure out where where he came from.
So, what else is looking good to you?
Well, they're
that
all
plane
headed
crash
back.
happened today?
No, no, not quite. But it was going to be Gabby and Chad were going to be on his private jet going back, and at the last moment she went with everyone else, JJ and Lanny, and when she arrived at their plane, she said, I don't know what happened with Chad, and then they all buckled up, and then Chad jumped on the plane and said, I'm having trouble with my plane on the tarmac. So she said, well, you don't think that amulet doesn't have anything to do with that? And he said, no. He says, just fasten your seatbelts and everything will be fine. And then the plane took off, and then it was starting to crash as Days ended today.
Can Days even afford a plane crash?
I don't.
This might take the rest of their budget for the next 50 years.
Well, not with all those people on board.
God
That's
help.
what I'm wondering. Is there going to be a somebody die? And there's got to be a heart somewhere because I don't want Brady to leave.
Oh,
well,
I didn't even think of that.
I thought that with Daniel's visit, it would help him fight.
Mhm. Definitely. I'm trying to think who's the person on that plane that I care about the least.
Xander.
Yeah, we could lose JJ.
Yeah, I don't even know. Did Xander get away? Somebody got away.
Ooh,
somebody took.
I can't wait to go and watch Days.
Yeah. Somebody. I think they got a hold of Damos, but somebody JJ went running out and somebody took off and they can't find him. So I think it's Xander.
No,
I missed
that.
That.
Eric and Nicole, they're on their way back to Salem. That I remember yesterday.
I think
that they needed to go back to see Brady.
Yeah, because Eric was shot and he needs to go back and get some medical treatment.
Okay, so my opinion with Eric right now is after Nicole leaves, or even a little before, I wouldn't mind that either, they need to start getting Eric involved in actual storyline. Enough of Daniel with the car crash. My gosh, he's talked about more than Alice and Tom Horton. My goodness. And you've got Greg Vaughn, who is basically sucks on a stick. And just get him involved in other storylines before I wash my eyes out with bleach.
Yes. Oh, because they really, they don't give him really something to sink his teeth into. It's just they're bouncing him all over the place.
Yeah, and
I know.
Frankly, I don't care about Daniel anymore. The guy is dead. Goodbye.
Yes. It's time to let him move on. Well, wait till you see yesterday and today, because Victor, he feels very guilty, and he's with Maggie, and it's Daniel. But Daniel has had a talk with Victor, and he's also had a talk with Brady.
Well,
talked with Victor too?
Yes.
Victor is doing these monologues and scenes with Eric about how much, Eric should regret what he did. And I feel like as much as I love John Aniston to the moon and back, these scenes shouldn't be these should be Suzanne Rogers scenes.
Yes.
Because it was her child. And Victor,
that's right,
if I remember correctly, did not like Daniel on multiple occasions. So these should be Suzanne Rogers.
A lot of regret on Victor.
Yes, he feels very guilty. So Marlena and Victor were praying today. If they take,
praying.
Yes, if they take Brady, then it's God's will, and everything will, they'll accept that.
That's
right.
The Days of Our Lives death prayer. Oh no.
No, don't.
Every time you hear John Aniston say, "Oh, that's God's will," somebody about to die.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
The catchphrase.
Someone will have to.
And Paul is very upset with Sonny because his whole personality's changing and he's becoming so aggressive. Now he wants to fire everyone that ever worked for Deimos.
Well,
it
stands to reason.
Yeah, but Paul said, "Well, what about the secretary? And her her father has Alzheimer's, and her son is ill, and you can't, you just, can't say that the loyalties were to Deimos. Maybe it was to their job."
Yeah.
So Soap Opera Digest.
Making him.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new cover, but in the top right corner, they've got a picture of Vincent D'Arizari, and they've got a picture of Jason Thompson and one other person. And it says Red Hot Previews or something, and it's a one-word preview of stories to come. And right under Deimos, Vincent D'Arizari, it says murder.
Oh.
And, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are nearing the end of Vincent D'Arizari's run.
Yes. Well, I saw a rumor somewhere that it was going to be Sonny. He's becoming very aggressive and wants to take Deimos down.
Yeah,
so
I think,
may be
maybe Sonny does it on an accident. Maybe he threatens Deimos, but, with the gun, but he never wanted to pull the trigger, but his finger slipped. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, and do you think if that's the case, Vincent's heart may go to Brady?
Ooh, and it could be
that could be
Deimos's last true good deed. Something. Ooh, look at us. We should be writing this show.
Because he could be a match, right? They're all related.
They're
right?
all related somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, they should have a same genetic marker in there somewhere.
Well, that could be a plan.
Yep, it is. Well, our time is running, so we got to go on to B&B.
Okay. Well, as you know, I'm the I'm the Lady of Days.
Yes,
You're
are. You're the Queen of Days.
You are the Lady of Days.
But before I go, I'm looking forward to Jessica Morris. So I'll do my due diligence and see what I can come up with for her. And the date again is
June 8th.
David is what?
June 8th.
June 8th. You already sent in your questions.
Okay, so the same questions.
Pam has the questions.
Yeah.
Well, you can check with her again.
She's going to have to remind me.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Well, guys, it's been fun. And we will keep tweeting. I see you.
Yep.
You got a new haircut, Casey.
Yes.
I haven't got the nerve to put my own picture on Twitter or Facebook. Well, I do on Facebook. I was in Orlando. I had a big family reunion there, and that was a lot of fun. So I posted a lot of pictures, but I kind of hide in the back. Okay. Well, I will speak to you soon, and keep those tweets coming. And
yep, keep tweeting.
Yes.
Okay.
All
right.
Bye,
You have a great bye, and have a great weekend.
You too.
You too. Happy Memorial Day.
Yes. Lots of barbecue. Hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye for now. Bye.
Ready, Case?
Yeah, let's move on to our CBS
Okay,
show.
B&B. It's going to be a quick one, so...
Well, I got a quick summary for you.
Thomas and Sally are going to probably do their thing, which I wanted them to start in the beginning instead of going this way, but they're taking the back route. So do you see Thomas starting up with Spectra?
Oh, I knew day one when they did, when they started the new Spectras, I knew somebody was going to switch over just like Thorne did. It's so, I'm getting real tired of B&B with recyclables. It's getting a little too much. It was fun to do the 80s, 90s, Darlene Connolly nostalgia, but let's create some stories of our own.
And I think we have one. And my heart is going out to Nicole.
Oh, gosh. Best thing on B&B in quite a while. I would say this story with Nicole is the best thing on B&B since they celebrated their 30th in March. And it might be the best thing in May Sweet thus far.
Yeah, it just might be. So I found my heart is, like I said, my heart is breaking when someone that young is told that they can't conceive anymore.
And especially how bad Nicole wants a child. I was literally about to cry. I think those scenes with Dr. Caspary were so moving. I don't know who wrote that episode. I'm sure I'll know by tonight. But the writer
Patrick
of that script, oh my goodness, wonderful.
It is. It's heartbreaking. And then I'm glad they brought Julius and Vivian back in.
I was too, because honestly, I am such a big Anna and Oba fan, and those two really need to start writing more material for them. I think they should be really two people that run that show, because their on-screen chemistry is electric. Their acting is so old-fashioned soap opera, which I love.
It is really good, and I think that is the cornerstone of B&B right now. I'm so hoping this puts Zende and Nicole more front and center than anything else.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know why B&B doesn't trigger diversity. I mean, they're in LA and they're in the fashion world, which is some of the fullest parts of diversity in the world. And,
right.
With a family where you have, this age-old affair and you've got a young girl who doesn't know if she'll be able to have children again, and you've got a transgendered model. I mean, it's just, Brad Bell, if you are listening to this show, or if you ever will, move the Avon to the very front burner. I went to see them every day.
I agree. That is well put, sir. And I think that just sums up B&B right there for both of us.
Yeah, amen to that.
Amen to that. Okay, ready? Y&R.
Yes, my favorite soap.
Okay, Greg Rickhart's on his way out.
Saddens me to death, and I wish it wasn't happening, but I wish him the best of luck, and I hope he gets more time to love on his husband, and good luck to him. It's been an amazing 14 years, and he will definitely be missed.
I feel bad. I think he wraps in June, but we'll see him through August.
Yes. Now,
he's
my
doing
prediction is Elizabeth Hendrickson is still shown in a version of the opening credits. My prediction is that he's going to swoop up Bella, and they're going to reunite, and I hope that is what happens.
I hope so. Well, I don't know. Chloe's got to pay. And they have no sufficient evidence. Everything is hearsay, and they can't even... She has to pay for it, and I want to see her... I'd like to see her go to prison, but there's not enough evidence to convict or even charge her.
The hard part about this story is that Y&R is actively searching now, and this has been confirmed. They are actively searching for somebody to be the fourth Adam Newman. So they are looking for a recast. However,
I hope so. I don't want to. I'm taking that with a grain of salt right now because I'm not sure what to believe.
Well, and honestly,
I'd like to believe it.
I don't want the character of Adam back. I really don't. I'm tired. I feel like the character of Adam between Michael Muhney and Justin Hartley became one of the best characters in daytime. And why would you want a good thing to be soiled? I mean, I feel like Adam Newman is kind of the Oprah Winfrey show of The Young and the Restless. It ended on such a high note. It ended on a high note while the character was so popular and so wanted. And I just feel like we need to leave it there. I don't feel like we need our fourth Adam Newman. I don't think we do.
I know. I go back and forth with it because I got to tell you, I really enjoyed Justin in the role.
Oh God,
they didn't
play. I did too.
They didn't play out everything that maybe they should have, but there might have been some underlying factors. that's just how Chuck Pratt works.
Well,
I do tell that Justin was one of Chuck's favorites, and he treated him better than most other actors who didn't get as much airtime. But
well, then also I feel like we saw Justin a lot because heading into a huge story, Justin got the role on This Is Us, and so they had to rush him out the door. And I heard they worked him at the pace that General Hospital worked James Franco. And that is why we saw Justin so much, is because they were trying to play out a normal one-year storyline in like 3 months. So, it was tricky. I miss Justin and I miss Michael and great actors, but we don't need the character of Adam back. And I just don't want to get used to another Adam again. I mean, if this Adam comes on, he better be Oscar frickin' worthy because I'm setting my standards high.
You do, don't you?
Well, yeah, and, if you're going to go through another character again that, frankly, has no story left, then, you better get the best person you can to portray him, because when it gets boring, when it got boring, Justin Hartley delivered an Emmy-worthy performance every single day. So he did. You need somebody who can take care of the slack-off episodes, because, trust me, they happen. You need somebody who's good for a Wednesday.
You need a win. You have to win with it. So I think they did good in finding him. But
they better be giving us the next Justin Hartley.
It's going to be a hard, if they ever do, I think maybe they should just take their time.
Definitely. And we don't need that character right away. That's the thing, This character does not need to be cast one week and air in the same week. So take your time, find a good person to play this role, and by good, I mean good, and then show us what you got.
Right.
And Y&R, really the only soap left that likes to listen to fan feedback. So that's why I'm saying they better be careful, because fans are critical sometimes because they know Y&R listens to us. So just be careful who you find.
Yep, be careful what you wish for.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. So before we send off, I like Kane right now. I like that they're showing another color to him. It doesn't necessarily mean that his personality is changing. It's just that there's a little bit of bad in everybody and there's a little bit of good in everybody. And Billy just pushes Kane's buttons. That's all it is. And that's all the fans should listen to. That's all it is.
I'm so mad at Kane. But here's the thing. This is classic soap opera. Agnes Nixon said that she wants people to throw their sandwiches at the TV by the time that episode is over. And that is what Y&R is doing right now. They want you to be mad at Kane because that is how you do a soap. And I'm pissed at him. So, Y&R, you are scoring a win.
Yes, we are. Okay, Casey, we have to. You ready? We have to sign off. Give us your best shout-out.
Alrighty, I love all the soap fans. I love all the soaps. For soap news, keep up to date with me on Twitter and on Facebook. Just keep watching those soaps, guys. It was devastating finding out that almost every soap hit all new lows in ratings. but keep going with him because trust me, I've got some insider friends, and I know that big stuff is coming. So please keep tuning in.
Thank you very much, Casey, and I'll see you back in 2 weeks, and we'll keep on tweeting.
Of course, and I can't wait. Have a good night, David.
Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit TakeTwoRadio.com.